All right, let's give this a couple seconds to get going, guys. Good morning, everybody. It's Go coming at you live, Middle of the Earth podcast. Zero attitude from zero latitude. It is 6:45 a.m. Monday morning, Central Time. I'm on Central still, so I'm going to be doing just recordings for the next couple weeks because obviously you guys can tell I haven't put out any videos at all. That's for a couple reasons. One, I was waiting to get monetized. YouTube has taken forever. This is ridiculous. I've met their requirements since February or January, and in February it said my account was under review and would be approved in April. In April they switched it to June. We'll see what happens in June. In the meantime, though, it's just stupid not to be putting out content. The second reason for not having done so was because I was really trying to get going on the live stream, and the live stream is just something that I can't do without good internet. And even though I've got a lot of people lined up that are quality candidates for interviews, really, really good people, I don't want to waste a interview with some of these people if I'm not going to be able to put it out good content and get the live stream up and running without any interruptions, have you guys be able to watch it without any interruptions, get my OBS a little bit better to where I'm running, instead of running a Skype call that's underneath the Google Chrome that I've got screen captured, I want to get a system where I can do full screen captures and just go back and forth whenever the person switches talking, as a normal broadcast should be. When we do that, we'll be in a lot better position. The wife and I are flying back at the end of June, so we'll be in the Keys in Florida, South Florida, for the beginning of June or beginning of July, and then hitting up all the conferences along the way. We'll be at BC World Nation on the July 11th, I think is what it starts, something like that. We've got, what else do we have going on? Yeah, something else I'm blanking on right now because it's a little too early and I didn't sleep well. But no worries. I wanted to get back on the videos in the meantime. For the next 3 weeks, I'll be recording videos and just putting them up on YouTube like before. I'm sure that the viewership is just dove because I have not kept the content up. My fault. I'll be doing better. What I want to do today, guys, is just a quick overview of what's going on in the markets. I mean, I'm sure everyone's flipping out from yesterday's mega dive. See, and it keeps doing that. So that being said, we'll come here and just look at the main stuff. What's going on? Yesterday, the CFTC demands 4 crypto exchanges data for market investigation regarding market manipulation. Something that I think that we all knew was already happening. It's kind of funny if you think about it too, because these people are going to get caught and they're going to get fucked because, I mean, assuming that the CTFC can get proper records and assuming that it shows that there's actual market manipulation by large players, large wallets, certain things, maybe they can even spot wallets selling back and forth to each other, make links there between the people. It's going to be harder than they think. I don't think it's going to be that easy. But, if Coinbase has got everything registered to your name, so if you were manipulating on Coinbase or GDAX, you are probably in trouble. And good, because then it means that shit's going to get done with, hopefully, and let the market actually take over, and free trade will take control, and we'll have the run that we're expecting. I know everybody said June 6th was the turnaround date. I saw the charts, that historical chart, the 6th, the 6th, the 6th, the 6th. It's kind of like consensus, the big consensus pump. Everybody's just banking on whatever they can bank on to give us any kind of push in the right direction that they want, that they hope for. If we were watching charting, if you guys were watching charting all last week, all of crypto Twitter, I mean, everybody was calling for it. 68, 69, 68, 69. So I personally, I tethered up a little bit, but I kept my alts. I was in alts. I'm in Tron, GNT, ZRX, a couple other ones, mostly just because of possibilities and hype. ZRX I'm on only because of my thinking that it's going to be the next coin to go on Coinbase in the next few months. So I'm loading up ZRX right now at the cheap price of $1.20-ish. It ran up to $1.80, I think, when Bitcoin hit 10,000 just last month. So I could see $5 for this coin, no problem. I mean, $10, $15. If it gets listed on Coinbase, you guys remember when Bitcoin Cash listed on Coinbase. I think that I remember the rumor was on Coinbase the price got up to $8,500. And the highest price on Binance was $3,800. So And this was after an initial starting price of, I think it was 18 or 1700, something like that. So it doubled within an hour. I think that could feasibly happen, no problem, with ZRX, and if not more, because it's such a cheaper coin. People in the States are going to open up their apps. They're going to see, oh, look at this Coinbase Pro. Even if it's on that, they'll say $1.25. Well, if Bitcoin's 10,000 and this is $1, I'm going to buy this, and I could see that mentality taking over, which would be cool. So, I'm loading up on Tron. I'm loading up on G&T. I'm loading up on ZRX. See if I can show you a different play that I don't know if I have an account pulled up there. I've got one account pulled up. There we go. This is a smaller account that I'm running. This one you can see is really divvied up kind of differently. Bytecoin, it's so freaking cheap. It's BCN 76 Satoshi. I mean, it's hard to ignore that. So Cardano, Golem, GNT, IOST. If you can get IOST cheap right now, I would probably get it. It's so cheap. Everything's so cheap right now. It's just discount season on the alts. It super zooms in again. I hate when it does that, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can get it out. All right. Stretch to fit. There we go. It's discount season on the alts. Tron got its USDT pair this morning. It just went live with USDT on Binance. Volumes 88,000. You can kind of tell it's sitting right here at 4.7 cents, 4.8 cents. It opened at 5 cents, but I was hoping, honestly, to be honest, I was hoping that you get a big spike, just like it did with IOTA, ONT, EOS, even when they went with their TRX or USDT postings, but it didn't happen that way. So that is what it is. I'm really not worried about price fluctuations with Tron. I'm fairly certain, fairly confident that at the end of the year, this is going to be the project that's, not price-wise it's on top, but, coin market cap, I could see us being top 6 for sure, like he claims. I could see us taking some huge heat away from Ether if they just start converting the dApps over to their platform effectively, and they're obviously motivating people by paying them to convert. They've got the coin burn for every conversion. They've got, so we're talking about a large operation that's really well organized, that I have decided since 6 months ago, if you've been watching my videos, that I'm invested in the tech and the team, and I'm in it till December is when I'll make my first big sale as far as, liquidating into fiat my position. I'm trading constantly, just trying to coin up. I'm honestly even thinking about right now making a little sell in BTC, just because I think that, because at anything over 700 right now is a pretty solid price. You can see that kind of good far jack up right there. If we get another correction today for BTC, which is quite likely, I mean, we're still sitting at 70. Where's it at? 67.50. So we went up to 6,800 this morning. That's cool. We've dropped down to 66. I don't think we're out of the red zone at all. I think that we take another dip. So I'm kind of thinking about making a sell here on Tron. That's not Tron. On Tron right here. Selling, what do I have available there? That's not in a sell box. Maybe selling 35,000 coins even at around 710. And then if it dip buys back to 670, 660, 650 tonight, tomorrow, that's 50 points. That's 7% on 30,000, 35,000 coins. 7% is what, 2,500 coins to 2,200 coins? Yeah, that's a come up, guys. I mean, that's a good trade for a day. It's not great. No one's happy. No one's making shit tons of money. But on a market that is not allowing a lot of movement, you got to get it where you can. So another thing that I've been thinking about doing is maybe getting into some EOS. I sold all my EOS the other day before the migration. So we're back down to below my sell price. Even with the BTC conversion, because I actually sold at 17.2. So probably a good purchasing price right there around EOS. But I'm also of the same opinion that I kind of want to go into BTC right now and wait, see what happens. You could get a big drop today and then, get some great discount prices on all of the alts. I mean, all the alts are just suffering right now. And I personally believe that they'll come back in the next 2 weeks. This dip, it doesn't really have me that worried, and I'll show you guys why. Because if you can kind of look here and get a really easy idea for what happened, okay? 4 of the main markets get exchanged. CoinReal got hacked for $40 million. 2 things like that with a bear market sentiment and people already calling for hey, this is another thing. We'd only go to $4,000 if we let it go to $4,000. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that is like, we're going to 4, we're going to 4, we're going to 4. No, we're not. We might go to 59, I think. And I'm not even like, okay, again, no expert, no TA, whatever. I'm just talking about market sentiment, fundamentals. You know, you can TA it out all you want, but the reality of the situation is that 4,000 is a price that's not going to be accepted. I think that 5,000 will get bought up. So I think 5,900, just like last time, you know, as soon as it just even thinks about going below 6, buys are just going to roll in and then boost that price back up. I think that people calling for 6,800 all last week when it was 7,700, combined with the markets getting investigated by the CTFC, as well as, you know, CoinReal getting hacked for 40 million, that's a little concoction that just, oh shit, we thought Monday was going to go up. Nope, down. And nobody knows, you know what I'm saying? People, if crypto Twitter is preaching 6,800, well, then all the little peons and plebes have that in their mind. So when they see the dip, now everybody else saying 4,000, well, all those peons and plebes that believe the 6,800 because TA put us at that possibility, and then the fundamentals and the sentiment, and then outside factors like CoinRail, CTFC really helped push that down harder. The same thing will happen when it comes to 4. People will get scared. They'll start, you know, panic selling. Maybe some news will come out. Maybe somebody's. I don't really care. I don't care if Coinbase gets investigated and something comes out where Coinbase was doing something wrong. I think it'll be good for us, to be honest, because shit like that will show other players that they can't do it. It'll clean up the area and hopefully allow for some cleaner money, institutional money to come in, which is what everybody's waiting for. And that's not going to happen until they're more secure in their investments with a less volatile market. And right now, when in April, if they would have invested 10,000, it's worth 6,700 right now. Institutional investors aren't in that position to take 40% swing losses in a month, or they're not accustomed to it at least. I think that'll change a little bit. Not much, though. I still think it'll stabilize. I think they're going to come in and they'll be okay taking those kind of losses after they've made 200% and 300% gains, you know, because they got in at 67 or 7,000 and price went up to 20, 25,000 for Bitcoin, and it, you know, retraced to 18 or whatever. Those situations are different. But when we're in this huge bear market with more bad news, it's a waiting game. It's probably gonna be end of July, honestly, until we get the rebound that we were wanting for, that I was expecting. Which sucks because I was hoping to have some liquid cash fiat to travel with at the end of the month. So I'm going to have to just take fiat out at the end of the month at a loss. Not a loss, but not at the price I'd like to take it out at. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I'll go over a couple little more things. I thought things that were interesting. I pulled up some files. Jack Ma's Ant Financial, I guess it's just an arm of one of his companies. It's going to, of the e-commerce giant Alibaba, is just closed its capital raise for $14 billion in total, and it plans to use some of that $14 billion to invest in blockchain. Now, there's been a lot of talk around this because everyone's saying, well, Tron, of course. I've heard both sides. I've heard that, now I read through this article, there is not one specific mention of a coin. There's not one specific mention of telling you about everything from healthcare to the auto industry to the legal marijuana industry, but skeptics economists have called it one of the most overhyped technologies ever. Well, he's wrong. So, you know, this is one of those situations where these kind of developments are what encourage the speculation behind the Alibaba partnerships with Tron, things like that. BitTorrent's coming out at the end of the month, we believe. Again, speculation. We can check the California commercial registry acquisitions papers and things like that, and those will give hints, and, you know, definitely looks like June 4th the deal closed. I could see them doing the announcement on Tron Independence Day. I could see them, you know, just Gary V and, you know, left overhand right two-piecing us with BitTorrent, and then a couple days later, a big Alibaba. I mean, that could happen. You never know. For that reason, just like for the ZRX Coinbase speculation, I'm holding, what I consider to be a large amount of coin for myself, spread out between different accounts. But, it's good to hear things like this. Large, big time, well known. You can see right here, Warren Buffett archive. Yeah, archive that motherfucker. We don't want to listen to what he has to say. These are the kind of people that I want to listen to. The Jack Ma's $150 billion company, making it the world's most valuable private companies. Well, that's pretty cool. So I thought that was a cool thing I wanted to touch on. Another cool thing I really thought has nothing to do with crypto, but I'm a huge supporter of legalizing marijuana in the States, especially medical marijuana. I don't need to really go into details with you guys, but I can quickly. It saved my mom's life from pain medications, got her off of opiates and anti-anxiety medicines. My dad, who is a 72-year-old, super hyper-conservative, hates weed, hates everything, takes full spectrum CBDs and has helped his arthritis in his knees and his shoulders. Non-psychotropic, completely full spectrum, but they're CBD only, so you're talking about a 2% THC pill. He says that sometimes he can burp and he'll taste weed. That's it. Apart from that, my stepdad, who's 84, he has femur cancer, bone cancer in his femur. Got a little bit of quality of life now, can go to the mall, can stand to, every time I go to the States, it's like, hey, he likes Hooters, so let's go to Hooters, all right? So we go to Hooters, we have drinks, he flirts with the girls, he's shameless. He's a 84-year-old British gentleman who is will charm your pants off with that British accent too. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just a side note, non-crypto stuff, I know. I just thought it was cool that Trump came out with that. I mean, I'm not ever going to get into politics on my podcast ever. I did not vote for Trump. I did not support Trump initially, but I'm very, very surprised, happily surprised by Trump's positions that he's taken in a couple of these things. You know what? The trade deficit stuff or the trade differences, I like it. I like him going to war with other countries with regards to trade differences. And I like the idea that he's going to, ease up some of our economic pressures on the global scale. I know I live in Ecuador, okay? In Ecuador, the American government sends billions of dollars down here all the time. The coins, you guys know the dollar coins that you have? We get them because the dollar, the Liberty coins, because the states don't use them anymore. So they made an agreement with the local country, with the Treasury Department. And they put a base down here. They had a base out in Manta. And they put the dollar here. This was 10 years ago. And so, that base has been kicked out by the ex-president. But long story short, it's one of those situations where I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. I live in Ecuador. What was I saying? Trump, something else, immigration, money, trade. That's what it was, the trade stuff. Yeah. So the same thing happens with Ecuador, but America gets the better end of the deal there, whereas in other countries, we don't. We get fucked pretty good. So I'm definitely not a Trump supporter. I wouldn't say that at all, but I'm interested to see what happens in the future. Also, there's this World Blockchain Forum, Security Tokens and ICOs. I was supposed to go to that, except I didn't because I'm here in Ecuador and things got complicated and I couldn't fly back in time with my dog and my wife and my visa. So if anybody is at that conference, I would love to hear anything about it. Post some pictures, post some information. It's basically like a financial and blockchain securities forum that are packed into 2 days in Manhattan. So it should be cool. Hopefully there's some good information that comes out of it at least. What else could I put up there? Coast Guards. I thought this was just whatever. You don't need to know about this, but they're picking up a bunch of Coast Guards. These are some Ecuadorian guys that got caught off of the coast of Guatemala, I believe. Anthony Bourdain guys. What a shot, man. That sucked, right? Personally, myself, it's one of those guys I look up to a lot just because I'm a world traveler. I travel all over. I love eating new foods. It's been that way since I was 17, 18. I'm 30 now, so I've been traveling for 12 years, and it's just one of those shot in the guts. It's like, man, I definitely thought the guy was happy on the inside, but it just kind of goes to show you that mental illness is one of those things that you can't really see from the outside, can you? You know, even with my mom when it was happening, you couldn't see it. Could maybe a little bit, but so that said, I'm gonna post some suicide prevention line numbers on the video at the bottom. Anybody that's having any issues or anything like that, guys, please always know that you can reach out anytime you want. Call. I'll give you my phone number and we'll have a talk. So moving down the line, OCN coin. OCN coin right now is under 180 Satoshi, and guys, this is going to be my risk. My high risk play, I guess you could, my other positions in my portfolio, I don't consider as risky. BCN coin is riskier just because it's, whatever, but it's so cheap and I've only put $500 or $600 into it that I'm not worried about it. But OCN coin has got a real chance here to make some big moves. I know that everybody knows it went up to almost 500 Satoshi on Binance rumors and the airdrop. People were speculating, is it going to be a OCN 1-to-1? Is it going to be a TRX 1-to-1? Ended up at OCP. I don't want to talk about that. I'm just as frustrated as you guys are with that. But that being said, right now we are in a great buying position for it. I'm sending some Ether over to actually buy an Ether just because the difference in Ether is a little bit better right now. And I'm probably going to load heavy. I don't know how many I'm going to send over yet, but definitely I want to get a good chunk. I want to have 4 or 5 Ether worth of OCN coin because 179 when it dipped this way last time, it spiked up to 230, and that was with the Upbit and the Bittrex listings, granted. But it's a Binance listing puts it at 500 on that first run up probably, or at least 400, and so. I can't predict when a Binance listing is going to happen, but I just noticed that Binance is listing a crap ton of coins very fast. I've heard the rumors about this going on to Binance. It went on a Bittrex out, but it looks like it's in a position to where it could probably make it happen. I'm purchasing it on Qcoin just because that's where I have my account and money at, so that's where I'm buying it at. I don't foresee any problems coming up with an arbitrage attempt if it does list on Binance. I personally think that if it goes on Binance, it might spike up real high, crash, and then stabilize way above wherever price is at right now, at way above 200, 250. I think it'll stabilize at 300 if not more, to be honest. So that's my personal play. It's not financial advice. It's what I'm going to be doing with my money in the next little bit. 22-minute video. It's a pretty long video, guys. I think I should try to short them up. It's the first one I've done in a long time, so I wanted to give a little update and check in, let you guys know what's going on. What's the date? Today's the 11th, that's right. So 18 days. I'll fly back in 18 days, and we will start a big marketing tour and start hitting it hard, man. I'm really excited. There's a lot of new things going on in crypto right now that are encouraging, so just stay with me, guys. I apologize again about the delay. I'll commit now and I'll pump out a video every day. Even though I'm not monetized, I don't give a shit. It's for you guys. I'll start retweeting them and getting them going. I know that Instagram is starting to do longer videos, and so I think I'm going to start doing videos on Instagram too. I don't have really any followers there, so I'll start migrating and converting over there. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great day. Zero attitude from zero latitude. Guys, enjoy the life. Enjoy the day. If the market dips, learn. If it doesn't dip, enjoy. If it goes sideways, get some money in alts or go outside, have some fun, go skate, go rock climbing, whatever. If you don't want to do that, start reading. Read white papers. Go read white paper. Learn from the mistakes. If we made mistakes, if we made some losses, I made some losses recently, Learn. Why? How did I do that? Why did I do that? Trade with emotion, not trade with, just learn from your mistakes, guys. So, in a couple of weeks, I'll be back in the States, and that's when I'll have all these guests on, and we can actually start doing really, really good live podcasts and run from there. So, that said, guys, that's all I got for you today. Zero attitude from zero latitude.